There is so much uncertainty in the world right now, and it reminds me of this slide you can see behind me. It's something that we've been showing a lot recently internally and to clients. It's the rapidly changing landscape in uncertain times. And you can see on this side is 2026 today. There we got 2030. And there's kind of three different pathways that you can take. There's freeze, there's flight, and there's fight, right? So if you take the freeze approach in uncertain times, you're fear focused and you're worried and you're panicking. And that is not good, as you can tell by the red line. You could be in the flight mode where you're constantly unprepped and you're focused and you're maybe scrolling on things or talking to ChatGPT maybe a little too much about what you need to do and asking for maybe too much advice instead of executing. And then you got the third, which is the green line here, which is fight. And being positioned for strategy and growth. So this is called being strategy focused. And why I want to show this to you right now is obviously there's so much going on in the world that is leaving us, and many of us, especially in the business world, feeling a bit uncertain. And it reminds me of a time in 2020 during COVID. And we use this exact same graph to position ourselves for growth and to be strategy focused. And I think now is the time that you and we should all be reflecting on what that strategy for you is ultimately going to be, right? In our world, in demand generation and digital marketing, it's evaluating what platforms we're using, how we're generating results. Do lead magnets don't work the same way they used to because someone can just go to ChatGPT and type in and find a whole essay written for them in 2 seconds, right? So looking at customer journey in a different way, customer psychology, the way we buy, attribution modeling, it's all changed and it's all being thrown out the window and being replaced with a new way. That uncertainty is causing a lot of stress in my world, and not my specific world partially, but in our industry. And for those people that are using digital marketing firms or doing digital marketing in-house, understandably, things are changing. And what I feel fortunate about is our strong team who's very capable and in control of the situation and using the cutting edge technologies along with fundamental principles in order to be successful. Now, this is not a sales pitch, so I want to say that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling in control, but I want to share how I'm truly feeling underneath it all, because this is also a moment to reflect on who you are as a person. How you approach this is going to be determined by who you are as a person, right? And there are two extremes to that. There's gratitude, which I believe is the maker, and entitlement, which is the taker. It's the killer, right? How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling entitled? I know I did for a little bit. I was feeling like, top of the world, untouchable, right? Maybe you feel that way, right? I've also had a lot of gratitude in my life. And right now, especially right now, I'm looking back at the last 10 years of CDIO, and we're celebrating our 10th year this year, full of gratitude. I have some notes here. I have so much gratitude for all that's happened over the last 10 years. And a lot of people say, oh, Riaz, you did it yourself. You did so good, right? And if you're not careful, you'll start to believe that, right? So don't become entitled. Recognize, and I have, and I'm recognizing that, yes, I've worked incredibly hard, no doubt, but in 10 years, none of that would be possible without the people around me and the opportunities that I've been afforded, And I think going back to gratitude, being thankful, whether it's a client that's worked with us, whether you've worked with us, whether it's an employee who's worked with us, even if they've left, or they've come and gone, new people that are working with us, if you've been part of the journey in any way, I have deep gratitude for that. Vendors, partners, I'm full of gratitude. So think about how you're feeling in this uncertain time and what your default is. And for me, I'm feeling like I want to serve businesses who are going through this, because I feel I know enough to really help businesses to be strategy focused and positioned for success in the future. And I say that with conviction and confidence because we've gone through it over 10 years in different cycles, right? So think about what your default is in terms of where you go when you're reacting to uncertainty. Are you panicked? Are you unfocused? Or are you fighting and positioning yourself for success? And also pay attention to your gratitude. Are you feeling thankful? Or are you feeling like the victim? Why me? Why is this happening to me? It should all just fall in my lap naturally. So I'm feeling gratitude. Thank you if you've watched this far. And yeah, pay attention to this. Understand where you fall on that. And make sure that you set yourself up for being a strategy-focused person and firm so that you can take it to the next level, whether it's in demand generation, digital marketing, or just business overall.